traffic. The plague that all mayors must deal with. Okay, maybe it's water or power, but these are the common problems that you have to deal with as a mayor. It's quite normal. But if you're a real good mayor, you can just sit back and enjoy the skyline. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a name drop right there. Yeah, no. The game I'm going to be talking about is City Skylines, a 2015 release from a little studio called Colossal Order. The game puts you in the shoes of a young mayor starting out on a plot of land and saying, build your water towers, build your pipes, build your power grid, build your roads, and make a city. And if you do it correctly, well, obviously you have a very well functioning city with tons of police coverage and education and health. And don't forget your cemeteries. So it's not easy. It's never easy running a city. That's what this game kind of tackles. I mean, making the money is a bit easier than it should be, but at times it's not the hardest part, which is kind of nice. It lets you just focus on the harder parts. Traffic is one of those. Seriously, the fact they somehow made it so that it's a 1-for-1 average, that's amazing. Each citizen has their own vehicle that can drive around and clog up your roads. It's perfect, just what you needed. And if that's not enough, they do use the public transportation to get to their correct locations. It's very interesting. Just click and watch one of them run around. It's kind of fun. But City Skylines also has wonderful things to offer, like weather and temperature, which was just added in the recent expansion, snowfall. And then earlier on, a few months after release, I think it was back in September of 2015, they released the nightlife kind of expansion, which added day and night cycles, as well as kind of a touristy type uh, environment. And, it was kind of nice, kind of interesting to add some new things like that, adding taxis into the game, as well as giant bus terminals. But at the end of the day, the expansions are small, and they add various features, some of which are free, and some of which you need to pay for the expansion to get. As you can see in my videos here, I have all the expansions, as well as various bits of mods. Speaking of, the modding communities for this game is giant and expanding at an ever-increasing rate. You can download new vehicles, you can download new buildings, you can download whatever you want. And that won't affect your game. Well, unless you're actually trying to use a mod. Those will actually turn off your achievements, but otherwise, it doesn't affect your game other than what the mod is trying to do. It's very handy and very useful and has been there since day one. A company that adds in mod support day one? What? Okay, let's pull back the sarcasm and surprise a little bit. Overall, Colossal Order did a giant leap forward from the isometric city building games of the past into the 3D world. And they didn't just do that, they also said, okay, you start with a small city plot land, but each time you get up to a certain level, you can expand into more, and thus your city really does grow with you. And after the end, it feels more like a metropolitan than just a city. Overall, I really think if you enjoy city builders or you enjoy this type of interesting takes on strategy and thought process, you should really sit down and try City Skylines. Attempt to see what this game has to offer and just dig in deep. Overall, let's just sit back and watch the sunset on another wonderful day in City Skylines.